Hey, what's up guys? It's another week. Lately I've been working on the Minecraft server a little bit with my buddy and partner Jake. It's our capstone project, and I've also been kind of struggling with what to show you guys this week, and really for any videos at all. I don't want to keep showing you WoW, but that's what I've been playing so much lately, so maybe I'll have to stick to it. But I'm going to try not to. I like to change it up a little bit and show you guys different games that I play in case some of you seem interested in some of them. But this week I have been doing some coding for our plugin, and for anybody that doesn't know what Minecraft is, this is what it looks like. It's just all blocks. There's stone, dirt, water, air, sand. There's coal, there's tons of things. There's diamonds, emeralds, there's virtually, not every, but several things that you would think of underneath the earth as materials. You can make tons of different stuff, but this is what it looks like all by itself without any texture packs or anything. It's very simple. I'm assuming several of you might have heard of it, just because it is kind of huge and it blew up, and it's an awesome game. You get to do whatever you want. You get to be creative. You get to recreate the earth to make it look however you want, and not too many games are like that, and lots of people like to be creative, and it's not difficult to play. As you've seen at the very beginning of the video, that was a creeper. He's kind of like one of the enemies, and if I'd have stood next to him when he blew up, it would have hurt me a lot. But there's chickens, there's sheep, there's tons of stuff in Minecraft. Just tons of stuff, and it's a lot of fun to play. But our mod is a magic mod, and you can only get the mod if basically you, if you have a craft bucket server. And that's, I never had one before, but I decided to, well, I obviously had to make one to test for our plugin and stuff like that. But basically, it takes the basic game, and we're modding it. Basically, for instance, I'm holding an iron ingot, and clicking would do absolutely nothing with an iron ingot like this in the normal game. Or with a compass. Holding a compass and clicking does nothing. When I turn, you can see that it changes, because the compass works. But it's used to cast spells, and we have three different classes. We have combat, we have mining, and we have it was movement, but it's going to change to utilizing spells, or can't remember what we decided we were going to change it to exactly. But basically, it's going to be things that can enhance your character, your movement speed, teleport you around. It's going to be used to gain health back or restore mana back from stealing some of your health, so you can convert back and forth. But there's combat, mining, and movement. And there's right now going to be 10 spells for each class. And we have most of the combat ones done. I'll cycle through them there. You'll see most of them. An arrow is the first one you get. I'm level 50 right now. Well, I didn't really actually get level 50 because level 50 would take forever. Well, it's not going to take forever, but it's going to take you a long time, which it should take you a long time to hit level 50, which is going to be the max level, so you can use a max level combat spell and stuff. But I had to grant myself levels so that I can obviously test my program, or our plugin. And the first one's an arrow, and you'll see the arrows shoot out a little too fast, and we're going to have to change it. And the arrows shoot out, and they kind of go in weird funky directions, but really they actually do shoot exactly where you're pointing. So unfortunately for those of you who love chickens, I can shoot this chicken, and I'm actually going to change to my fire arrow and shoot the chicken because it starts on fire, just so that I can show the fire arrow as well. Then there's fireball. There's I passed fire line. Go back to it. Fire line just creates a line of fire, as you can tell, just like that. There's spark, which shoots down lightning, and then there's spark field, which shoots down a bunch of lightning. And there's Sky Grab, which is one of my favorites. I don't have anything. Oh, there's something. I'm going to Sky Grab this chicken. And you'll see it launched him up in the air, and luckily for the chicken, he can fall down or fly down. And then there's no spell 8, 9, and then there's Abyssal Demise. And what this does is basically obliterates everything around you within 10 blocks. And it's Jake's favorite spell. It costs tons of mana, as you can see. It costs 300 mana every time I use it. So I go or out of mana very quick. But that's the combat stuff. We have a few mining. The first one, I didn't know what to show you guys this week, and all of a sudden it just dawned on me while I was working on this. Like, why don't I show them this? Because it's what I've been working on a little bit this week, what I'm going to keep working on this week a little bit more. And the first mining spell is just Single Break. And it basically just breaks the brick that you click on. Dirt would break, well, if I throw the dirt out, well, I didn't have to throw the dirt out. If you don't have that, that's how long it takes to break a brick. But Single Break instantly breaks it, and it does that with diamonds as well, and diamonds take longer to mine, or coal, or obsidian especially takes forever. If you were going to do it with your fist, I'm pretty sure it would take like 5 minutes to break. With a diamond pickaxe, it takes like several seconds. But it breaks anything instantly, one hit, which makes it awesome. I mean, it makes an awesome mining spell. And I'm such a high level and have so much mana in tons of things, I can probably spam it and not go out of mana. But then there's Mine Plane, which is one of the cooler spells. It's right now the second spell, but it's not going to be the second spell because it's way too good to be the second spell. But basically, if I click it, it will clear out a 3x3 section. And it makes building tunnels super easy. It obviously worked for me facing that way. If I'm facing this way, it goes this way. That was something we had to figure out how to do. Jake actually pretty much figured it out himself. I mean, I worked on it for a little bit, and all of a sudden he just had it in his head and put it in there, and it worked perfectly. So that was awesome. And then the third one is, oh yeah, if I click on, the third one's like an alteration spell. So it can only work on stone and gravel. And we click it, and it turned it into coal. And it takes up a lot of mana. You see, it took up 160 mana. Basically, it has a, oh my gosh, well, that's kind of lucky. It has a 1% chance to turn stone or gravel into diamond, like it did right there. And it has a 1% chance to turn it into emerald right now. And everything else is coal. So basically, as you can imagine, you're going to get a lot of coal. And we don't want it to do or change to diamonds or emeralds really a lot. And maybe that 1% is still too much, because diamonds is one of the hardest things to get and find. So if you can just get diamonds super easily from our spell, like, it would kind of break the game, and that's not what we want. So maybe that needs some fine tuning, but at the same time, I'm completely maxed out in levels basically and have 1600 mana, and even at 1600 mana I could only do it 10 times, and it would take you a long time to be level 50 and everything. So I'm looking at it now and it feels like maybe it's too good, but if you've earned level 50 in combat mining and in our last combat class, then I guess maybe you do kind of earn it if you get it within your first 10 clicks. And that's, oh wait, no, and then I just put this, or finished this spell, but basically it's kind of like the enchant fortune, and if you click something, you can see it spawned 2 of them, and you see the random because I'm still was in the process of editing it or working on it, and so I wanted to know which random number it was producing. And 58 would produce it, or would allow it to produce 2. I'll click it again. 95 actually allows it to produce 3 of whatever I clicked on. So, for instance, now that I just ran all the way down here, if I come back up and go over to this diamond, it would be very wise of me to use this spell on the diamond. And it was 28, which actually only produces one extra, I guess. For some reason I feel like, oh, just found an error myself, because I don't want to produce a coal ore if I click on it. So, in the process of testing and showing you guys our mod, found an error. I don't want a coal ore. I want the actual thing you get when you mine it. So I'm going to have to go back and change that. So that's all we got for mining. We don't really have a whole lot for compass either. Or, not for compass. For our utilization class, or whatever we're going to call it. But basically, we just have miner swiftness. And you'll see I'm going to start running this fast. I click it, and it's like if I took a movement potion, and it lasts for 5 seconds. So I click it, run way faster, and if I sprint, I run super duper faster. But those are the only two we have. And this is what I've been doing this week, basically. I'm going to keep working on it a little bit, and keep playing Minecraft probably a little bit here and there to test it. This week a rating went, oh well, okay. We downed the second boss in Throne of Thunders again, but with our 10-man, so that was good that we ourselves were able to get it instead of kind of an elite 10 group merged between the two 10-mans on a Thursday night. And tomorrow, but the other 10-man was actually able to get the third boss, and I think we would have too, but somebody wasn't feeling well, and after a break had to call it a day. And so we had to stop tonight early, but what can you do? So anyway, guys, I hope you like our mod. Hopefully you like this video. If you play Minecraft, and if you have a Bukkit Mod server, I strongly suggest using our mod, or Jake's mod. His is in a zombie apocalypse. Oh my goodness, this video's been too long, I can't talk anymore. A zombie apocalypse mod. And I will probably throw links to both of ours. Ours isn't, we have it linked, and it's there ready. As soon as we finish it, we're gonna go ahead and put it up there though. And hopefully you guys download this one. Hopefully you download the zombie one as well. If you play, know what I'm talking about. If you don't, look into it. Minecraft's cheap. You can have lots of fun. It doesn't take a great computer to play. And I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.